Kembali lagi guys. Tadi maaf gangguan SMS. Bajunya harus putus. Durasi tidak mendukung. Biasalah sinyal wifi kayak gini ya, sering putus-putus. Berarti hatiku sering diputusin. Hehehe. Ya mudah-mudahan saya mendapatkan wanita yang sangat baik dan bisa terima keadaan apapun itu. Kita nonton lagi guys.
In it 9 and 8, we got big Russian bot again finishing pretty consistently, and then the tie teams at number 4 and number 6, and also number 5 with Evo's burnout. So yeah, basically China, then Thailand, and then everybody else right now.
This Team 12 Wildcard, Team 13 Cloud9, they definitely want to go ahead and get better places.
Look at this guy, impressive.
All right, I like it. Get in the car, please. That's what he's going to go ahead and tell his teammates as he's getting around there, but he has to watch out because BRK is still in Watertown. Actually, they have a car themselves, so he doesn't even have to worry. Interesting place to actually loot. You don't usually see this place being looted right off the get-go, but I'm actually surprised that they're doing this.
He's going to take his car with him up to the castle and park it up there. I haven't seen that a whole bunch of times, but we do have a crate called in, and we've got an AWM Grossa combination in there, and that is a pretty lethal combo. I'd love to see some of these guys with their aiming abilities with the Grossa. Oh man, that could be scary.
A favorite from everybody, especially the AWM. That thing is just so lethal. If you're able to get a headshot on somebody, more than likely that is going to be a knock no matter what. And that's exactly what he's doing. Torty says, you know what? This is an AWM that I actually want. I'm going to go ahead and drop whatever I was carrying there. And I believe he also picks up the Grossa, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's got a full crate loadout right now, and that makes him a pretty scary player. We'll see how, if he gets an opportunity to use that later on. And then we got some sort of little dance going on. Torty here doing a little crouch.
Look at this team
brought him the Grossa. I like it. He's like, yo, I'll take that. Bring it in. You can have my AK.
Hey, it happens. Pretty much what we're saying earlier in the day is that teams are going to go ahead and just play with what they're comfortable with. And if he knows that he's not comfortable with that Grossa, he's not going to go ahead and use it. And LH, do you? As you can see here, before they even move up, they're just going to go ahead and get out, scout that area by the bridge, and then actually go ahead and move forward. Interesting plays there by them.
They're way out in the blue zone right now, so they know that it's not likely that they're being camped, but they're still taking the time to be cautious, to check that, because you never know, especially when there is a known drop location like Novorodnoye from LH Doyu. You don't want to get caught being too cocky, like, oh, there's no one there, and then come across and they get blown up. But they do check it first, make it across with no issue, and now they'll head on to the zone. All of these guys pretty low on health. Hopefully they don't wreck their vehicle.
Yeah, and something to point out there is that every single one of those players are in their own vehicle. So if they were to go actually up against the squad, that could be a huge disadvantage for them because you cannot drive a vehicle and shoot at the same time.
You got RRQ Athena here taking on one of the crates. Fandy exclusive look on from the nearby compound as full send is trying to prevent RRQ from taking it. But unfortunately they failed to do so. Senior is going to grab the AWM and head on up the mountain once again. It looks like the full send team
just waiting patiently.
They're content to take those yellows and hang out in the shack down there and just wait for the zone, see what happens.
Fan favorite team just saying, you know what, we don't want to go ahead and engage there, and I believe Fandy is now with them. So the full squad is together, ladies and gentlemen, and they're just gonna go ahead and play it safe. They're not gonna go ahead and move anywhere at this point. And it's exclusive with that AKM, just waiting for somebody to go ahead and peek through that window. Interesting stuff here, as they're just going to go ahead and wait it out, which is completely fine. You know, they want to go ahead and make sure that they last a little bit longer there towards the end.
There's something to be said for grabbing a good position early and seeing what happens. So, here we go, RRQ pushing up. They found GT Doyu out in the middle of ruins. Interesting spot for GT Doyu here. Not sure if they're caught mid-rotation or if they were just camping that little ridge side.
Something they definitely want to go ahead and watch out, but they don't even want to engage. They just say, you know what, let's go ahead and just leave them there. And look at this. RRQ is now going to go ahead and start going up against Wildcard. This is going to definitely get crazy because GT.U still has some shots on RRQ, so if they could, RRQ could get third party, but GT.U. And here comes the shots, ladies and gentlemen. Seagut
hitting the ridge, unfortunately. Didn't want to expose too much of himself here. But now RRQ's got decent position. They're working their way up. But again, being shot in the back potentially by GT.U as well.
Outside of there just gets completely taken out. And RRQ G9 pretty much outgunning one of the players from Wildcard. Wildcard just losing the fight even though they have the height advantage. That is something you rarely see. RRQ just too strong.
Had position on him. RRQ getting shot in the back, but they just parked the cars just a little bit down the mountain so that they couldn't get shot, and then they pushed their way up as a team, just overrunning Wildcard. Again, Wildcard getting caught out, Hot Jukes out in front, getting taken out early, and again, they find themselves backpedaling them instead of fighting from a position of strength, and they get overrun.
As you mentioned, as soon as they realize that, hey, GT.U is not gonna go ahead and shoot at us, let's go ahead and actually push these guys, and they actually did great. Nobody from their team got knocked down, and we actually saw one-on-ones there, which I believe, I think it was outsider there, just pretty much not being able to go ahead and finish one of the RRQ players, even though he was able to get the first shots. And look at this, GG's just moving around, getting to the safe zone first. And that's something that I've been actually seeing about the Chinese teams. They start rotating super early. As soon as the zone shifts, they want to go ahead and get there. They want to go ahead and, if there's a compound or any type of building, they want to go ahead and get to that building and just dominate that area.
Very good at spreading out. We got the GG gamers here heading into the zone, cutting it real close on that tree. Slapping at 5 on the way by, but they're heading on the northern side of the map, trying to grab position in the zone. We'll see what kind of compound they're taking a look at here as the zone kind of shrinks. We've got Japan bringing a fleet of vehicles, all kinds of UAZs. They're going to be trying to find a great spot as well. Interesting decision to take all 3 UAZs. They might even have a fourth one behind.
They have 4. They're actually going for the LHW strategy there.
I like it.
Everybody has their own vehicles. Interesting stuff there by him. And talking about LHW, look at LHW just pretty much cutting through that zone, trying to find a spot that they are comfortable with, as we do have a lot of teams now in this safe zone and waiting to see what's going to go ahead and happen after this with the Japanese team still with that fleet of vehicles. And look at this, Japanese team still just going around trying to figure out what's going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen, as they're crashing into each other. They're having so much fun that they're pretty much crashing into each other, PB.
Indeed, LHW is actually headed into the zone with a scout trying to figure out where the people are at the compounds. They're headed right for Cloud9, so we'll keep an eye on that. We've also got Galaxy heading in here. Arab Madness holding the compound, and Galaxy parked in a spot where they didn't have to, really reveal too much of themselves, but again, they're still getting shot up here. But they decide, you know what, let's get on to the next compound here.
Definitely don't want that fight there. You weren't even expecting that when you're driving like that. Not even close. Just run away from that, regather around, and then also heal up because some of them actually got tagged. As you can see, they're applying the bandages. And look, the Japanese team they are actually running up against GT.U. GT.U, we know that they can actually go ahead and shoot players out of the cars, and this is actually bad for the Japanese team. Luckily for them, none of them are getting knocked down as GT.U is able to go ahead and miss some shots there.
Remember, RRQ's at the top of the mountain, and they're going to continue going by, and now they're running into Cloud9. And again, they are one by one coming in, and this is the weakness of taking 4 vehicles, is you get picked apart without being able to fire back, and now all 4 guys are separated.
And as you can see, Koto right here with the AKM, being able to go ahead and take down somebody from the Japanese team right there. He knows somebody else is up the front as well. He's going to go ahead and keep on shooting. Barely misses him. Carnage is very nearby. Carnage should be able to go ahead and take him out. Carnage deciding not to shoot. That man is inside the house.
Leshi is trapped.
Getting outnumbered now. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for the Japanese team. It looks like having that 4 vehicle is a disadvantage if you just run into a compound like that.
It was in this particular scenario. They were able to have great mobility, get around real nice, but when they came in, they got chewed up pretty nicely and spit out by C9.
And I'm enjoying this here by C9. C9 now with 7 kills, starting to wake up a little bit. They know they need the kills. They know they need the win, so I'm enjoying this a lot. And look at this, GT.U. Now we're going to go ahead and go up again. against CPT. Two of the top 3 teams right now, ladies and gentlemen. And look at 6 God. He's going to open the door. He's going to start free-firing with that AKM, moving around. The movement is just insane.
Oh, look at
Two of the
this.
players get knocked down. They get finished. No waiting around with the AKM, free-firing back and forth, pushing the action, rushing into the house,
Wow.
knocking them down.
GG. Doyu absolutely killing it there. 6 God got gifted a few finishes. They decided to come outside while knocked rather than stay inside. Didn't matter anyway. CPT Han is like, yo, I'm out. This is madness.
And that is something to go ahead and point out, as CP Dan is able to go ahead and get out of that. GT trying to make sure they finish them. That man's accuracy, my goodness, if there wasn't a ledge there, more than likely he would have been able to go ahead and take out CPT Han. But luckily for CPT, one of their members is still alive, and we know they got what it takes to at least still be there towards the end of the match. Look at this, Illuminate is currently shooting at GTW, even though they have a RRQ right in front of them.
Maybe they don't know they're there. They got to with the smokes like that. RRQ is going to take off. They get out of dodge in the Dacia there. They're heading to the compound here, and guess what? They have guests waiting. It's going to be Ollie Pocket and full send, who stand no chance, get immediately run over. Peek in the window. Fandy goes down to Evos. Look at that. Evos Ernie still doing work here late in the game with, the early couple of knocks that we had from that team.
They definitely did. 2 of their players got knocked down there super early, and now Cloud9 starting to get into the action here. Evos with 2 players looking fairly strong there, as they were able to go ahead and destroy some people from the full send team. In Galaxy, look at Galaxy, currently out in the middle of nowhere, inside a sniper tower. And guess who they have? Oh my goodness, they're not even shooting. He's gonna go
Total rank has been tied up.
Gosh,
Look at this.
patience
CPT and
of that
Doyu,
man.
15:05 apiece.
There you go. Now it comes down to shots. LHW, is he going to be able to finish him? He hits the ledge there. He now is going to go ahead and start to back up, as he took a little bit too long there to shoot.
RRQ Athena with their kills this round have cruised ahead of LHW, the Chinese counterpart, and it looks like they're destined for even brighter things if they can keep it up here.
They are. LHW currently having the high ground there. More than likely, what I expect to happen here is they're going to go ahead and wait until Galaxy definitely has to push out and just start to get some easy pickings there. As we see Galaxy just giving their precision away, getting some nice shots with the scar there on GG. Great shots there by Galaxy.
Really nice stuff there. Kong aware of the presence of LHW up on the top of the hill there. Still trying to get the finish on Majed before they come back to pick him up. GG Gamers thinking about maybe getting him, but at the same time, getting knocked out of a car like that out in the open, a lot of times you're just going to have to leave him.
Might as well just sacrifice him. It's not worth it, especially when you have LHW there on top of that hill. And look at this next circle. My gosh. Illuminate, and Evos are one of the only 3 teams inside the safe zone. Everybody else is going to have to go ahead and move, and more than likely, we're going to see LHW starting to move. Look at this. As soon as the circle comes, LHW says, you know what? Let's go ahead and move into the circle, and it turns out GG does want to go ahead and save that teammate. They came back. They put up a full wall of smokes, and they want to go ahead and save him.
Yeah, they tested it out, left him alive for a little bit to see if he was going to get taken out. They didn't, so they came back, smoked it out, and they are going to try to pick him up. LHW hitting the compound here, getting hit by Illuminate from the top. They are able to storm the compound successfully and get inside. They're going to patch themselves up here before they probably peek again.
More than likely, they're just going to go ahead and wait. We see them.
Wow,
they
look at
only
that wall.
they only tend to move if, for some reason, the zone moves and they're not inside it. That's the only time they tend to move, and also when they move out of Novo. But great plays here by LHW. I'm loving the movement. I'm loving the rotations. It seems like they definitely know what they're doing, PB.
They're just so smart with the vehicles, especially trying to maintain mobility outside the compound, so they're not sitting ducks inside of windows where people are looking at them. But they're taking vehicles and very quickly pulling them together, making a wall, making a barricade, and they're able to fight from that outside.
And Hero taking a note or two there, as they are currently controlling a compound inside this safe zone. They don't have to worry about anything. Any team can come towards them, and look at this. It might just happen, as BRK is very close by. They do have the full squad. They could maybe take them to the fight. Could it backfire though? LHW taking some shots.
Oh no, he spun out. Oh no, that's terrible luck there. Bro actually getting taken out of the buggy, knocked and finished there. That is something that you never want to happen when you're hitting that boost button in the buggy, trying to go faster. It does get a little squirrely on you, and unfortunately, he loses control.
And now we got BRK versus Hydro. Hydro just truly moving in. He's able to go ahead and knock one down. He's going to be able to go ahead and knock another one. Just fully outnumbered there. His team is just waiting a little bit too late there as he gets knocked down as well. They are starting to push the action here as Hydro is trying to take on to BRK.
Doc is knocked inside Hero, unable to get there to help his teammate out. Oh my goodness, Doc makes it out. And look at this, they are going to wait to push and try to get their own teammates back up. Looks like BRK here content to try to save their own teammates rather than push the action.
Hero watching out for those grenades. He more than likely saw them coming. He's trying to pick up his teammate. He has to watch the angles though. As they just threw some grenades, he has to watch out. BRK waiting patiently. He's able to go ahead and get some of those tags. Also, Elish though, you taking out on Galaxy, and Sam taking out GT.
Looks like Everfury goes down from Gangstars. He's finished off by Illuminate. Dudu somehow falls to his death.
Hey, it might happen. It happens, especially considering where they were at too. If they're getting pushed by the zone, I can definitely see that happening there by Dudu.
Looks like Galaxy is being griefed a little bit by some of the other squads, and they are in trouble for sure. CPT Han taking down some of the Air Madness guys. It looks like GTOU taking out C9 Kato.
Great shot. Great, actually, grenade there by Hero as they're just doing work here on Hero. Hero actually takes
one of his own player.
Oh my goodness. You gotta watch out. You gotta make sure you call that out. And also, I saw some Cloud9 members getting knocked down there as well. I believe it was by GT.
Yeah, GT.U and Cloud9 are currently in a fight, and it's unfortunate, but Hero knocks Doc, their own player, and now they're chilling in the zone here. Looks like we've got the Cloud9 GT fight going on right now. Smoke's coming out from C9. They're going to try to get out of dodge, get a different position here.
And hopefully get a very bad spot there, especially Carnage, and I believe that's Kodo as well, just trying to get up behind that rock, and they're actually doing a great job there. And look at GT. GT now is starting to push it. They know they got him on the run. This is crazy. The aggressiveness of this team just surprises me. Kodo currently behind the rock, just getting bombarded with grenades, trying not to get knocked down. And look at that. They're just resilient with those grenades. They keep throwing them until they see on the kill feed that you get knocked down.
That's one thing with the smokes is it makes it so you can't be shot, but at the same time, you can't do much shooting either. So it's a great time to pull out those frag grenades and try to get those knocks with the grenades when you can't see them.
An interesting play there by Carnage as he decides to go ahead and push up the car, try to pick up Kodo, and then decides, you know what, it's not going to be worth it. Backs up. A little bit of wasted time there by Cloud9 Carnage. And now Rolex. Rolex knows that he wants to go ahead and pick up the teammate that's down. He might just go ahead and do that because two of his teammates are getting shot out of a car. They have to watch out. They got a zigzag, baby.
They're prioritizing rotation here. It looks like both squads taking care of their vehicles, getting ready to rotate, and it looks like they're headed to the zone.
They are getting to the zone. A lot of teams now are starting to push early, but look at this.
Driving right between two squads here, and somehow they don't get punished for it.
Super lucky plays there by them. LH though still in the exact same spot that they were early. They haven't moved. They're pretty much controlling this area. And as I say that, all of them get inside the car except for LH TDZ. And he's just knocking people up and apart here as he's using that sweet DP28 and also the Scar L.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be metting up and trying to hang out in the zone to protect his teammates until they're ready to get out of dodge.
BTR starts to move up. He gets knocked down there by LH.U, getting some easy knocks. RRQ also going up against GT. A lot of stuff going on here, ladies and gentlemen, as LH.U more than likely is going to go ahead and start throwing off those smokes.
I really like what they did there. They sent a couple guys to the zone to get position, and then they turned around to cover their teammates while they tried to join them. Look at the zone, hard shifting there to the south, and it does look like there's a bunch of squads well positioned. Rolex peeking there from Cloud9. He's going to take some damage to the zone, and he's just trying desperately to get there, but the circle is super small. The zone's starting to hurt. Lots of squads in the same spot.
Just at a huge disadvantage there. I'm actually loving LH.U's awareness here. They're using the card for cover, and they're also just pretty much ramming it into that hay bale. And Illuminate getting knocked out there from side as Arrow's coming in and just third-partying a couple of players there from Illuminate.
LZD has been absolutely taking people out back to the woodshed. He's been crushing people so far. And again, GT.U will focus on them.
Baik, sono. Baik. Baik. Wow,
One of them is knocked down as one of them decided to go ahead and just be out in the open. Evos not taking the shots there, not taking the shots and almost getting knocked down there by RRQ. They have to watch out. Look at this. Oh my goodness, this zone. LHW has just one player left and he's pretty much smacked down the middle. He has done, LHW LCD has done 915 damage by himself.
It's a great game for him so far. Anything over 1,000 is a pretty solid performance, but it does look like the same teams, once again, are in the final circle. So we've got Illuminate camping out. We've got Torty, which is, again, big Russian bot, again, right around top 6 where they've been every single game, but you also see Evos. Remember, Evos got 2 players knocked first before anyone else, and here they are again, top 6, 2 players still left alive.
And I'm loving the boom in here. LHW had 2 players down. 1 player was able to go ahead and move around, pick him up, and then pick up the other guy as well. Great awareness there of where everybody's at. And CBT Han is still holding on. He's going for that placement. They haven't even noticed him. He hasn't even shot. He's saying,
got the best position of anybody as far as the circle is concerned. He's laying down in the center of the zone, unseen currently, and it looks like LHW still trying, LZD trying to get it done here. Nades out. Let's see if this connects.
None of the teams left having 4 players. Everybody either has 3 players, 1 player, or 2 players. Interesting fact to keep in mind as it is starting to get here to the end of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, LHW is just waiting patiently on the ground, being a snaky snake. Illuminate pushing forward, killing Torty there or knocking him down. And look at this. He doesn't realize that LHW Sen is right next to him as Illuminate is just drinking some energy drinks. And Evos being able to go ahead and knock some people down, but he also gets knocked down himself.
He paid for it right there. LHW Zen taken down, finished by JCZ. Illuminate getting the job done there. Senior, though, finishing off Bullshark from Evos, and that leaves them down with 1 player remaining as Ernie in the middle, laying down along with Han. They're very, very close to each other. Very interesting to see, but RRQ Athena poised to take another victory here if they can clutch it out here in the final turn.
And definitely clutch it. Look at the shots right here. Bad placing there by RRQ as he was just pretty much moving forward. You cannot stay out in the open. And look at this. He's going to continue shooting until that player is fully killed.
Somebody he didn't even need to finish him. There's so many players left alive from so many different squads here that, I mean, look at this. 7 alive, but 5 are different teams. So if you knock some alive, but 5 are different teams. So if you knock somebody, somebody's going to finish them.
The aggressiveness.
Han goes down. CPT is eliminated. We're down to 4. So CPT finally not in the top 3 here. Really solid performance once again for them to get into the top 5. LHW, though, still holding strong. Still just impressive performance.
And LHW here barely getting on that health kit or something because he was about to die to the zone. He might actually die to the zone if he doesn't decide to go ahead and move forward, but he has to watch out because everybody has their eyes on him.
He's medding, just trying to manage and trying to outlast here, trying to get another place here. And look at that, he does get Ernie. And oh my goodness, Maroon 5 takes down LHW. They will finish in 3rd, but now we've got a nice little situation. It looks like Illuminate versus RRQ, 2v2 to finish here.
And Illuminate, pretty much, they could go ahead and decide to push this and finish them as they do have another player down on the different squad. RRQ looking to pretty much heal up their team, and they're doing just so.
One thing's for certain, it's not going to be China here in Game 4. It's going to be Thailand here. Illuminate and RRQ Athena, both from Thailand, both trying to get the one-up on each other to get this chicken dinner wrapped up for Game 4.
You might have paid off there seeing their clip of singing Maroon 5 because so far, 2nd place or 1st place, one of those 2 they're going to go ahead and get. And I wonder if they even know that the team is right here. They're more than likely not going to be able to hear him because that car is currently on fire.
They know. Look at this. Here we go.
Here comes the grenades. They definitely know. He gets taken out right there. Illuminate JC being able to go and take him out.
Returns fire. Look at that. Does the damage. Both of them hurt. But
here comes the push, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the push. Senior just pretty much trying to back him up. He's laying down.
Look at that kill.
Senior's going to go ahead and push. Is he going to be able to clutch it? He's able to clutch it, ladies and gentlemen.
Senior gets the kill. RRQ Athena goes back to back and gets lose another chicken dinner here in game number 4.
2 versus 1, nothing for him. Look at him, stone cold killer.
Wow, him going prone right there, avoiding the shots, popping up, taking down that one person while being shielded from the other, standing up, finishing it off. That was ultimately the best kill we've seen so far in the tournament. He did it with 1 HP remaining.
I think that might have been, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best clutches that we have seen, period, as he was able to just take out to 2 teammates and just, as you mentioned, he laid down just in time. They missed some shots on him, knocks one of the players down there from RRQ, and then just wins the 1v1.
It was insane. That was absolutely crazy play there. Really, really nice to see one of the Thailand teams come up, step up, and it's a huge performance from them because that's a second chicken dinner now, and that's going to do a lot for them in the standings.
That's right, the back-to-back for RRQ Athena. Very, very well played by them. A lot of patience towards the very end there as well, considering how many teams are alive in that smaller circle. Even going into the 5th circle, there were still 50 people alive here in this TPP mode, so very, very close to say the least. What a game to round it out.
Yeah, definitely a hell of a game by them, and we're definitely going to be seeing some highlights here from that final game because I want to go ahead and see that 1 versus 2 there towards the end. Maybe my favorite play of the day, I believe it might be, honestly.
Yeah.
Very impressive stuff. All right, let's take a look at the highlights brought to you by Samsung Galaxy Note 9.
As we see right here, pretty much the teammates just getting ready to say, hey, you know what? Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you.
That's a highlight. Great. I like it.
It's definitely a highlight. And right here, the Terror Squad. Knocking one down, but being too passive. Knocking another person down.
That right there is where they needed to push. Look at that. JP on the bottom with no health and a knock player up top there. Needed to turn that around, but they failed to do so, and they went out early. Rolex and looks like Korea winner chicken dinner. Really nice work from C9, Kodo, and Rolex. 2v4ing a full squad.
Rolex there, just pretty much being able to see 2 players jumped out, and look at this.
Impressive.
Definitely a highlight on my book. you don't see those little flips often. They definitely like it. Look at that. Mouth open and everything. RRQ now starting, when they actually pushed it, it was insane.
Yeah.
It was insane what they were able to do because Wildcard had the advantage here, and they just pretty much ran through Wildcard.
They really
Wildcard
did.
didn't even know what happened to him.
Outsider peeked and got knocked. He was the one covering Hot Jukes, who was on point. Hot Jukes then exposed, gets knocked. He got missed some shots there. Ultimately, just proved too much, and they ultimately were the winners of the round.
And right here, pretty much C9 being able to go and get some kills as well. But now we're starting to see some of the NA teams starting to pick it up a little bit, get more kills. Look at me saying, yeah, let's go,
bad
baby.
for Leshy there. Leshy stuck 1v4 with Cloud9 on all sides of him. Beautiful nade work here from BRK in the warehouse.
And then the plays there by LHW, even though they were pretty much smack down the middle, they were still getting kills. And we even saw somebody from LHW getting killed even when he was in the zone.
It was extremely impressive. LHW, I mean, they kind of all individually tackled their tasks at the end of that game. One in the zone just betting, staying alive, doing what he could to creep up that leaderboard, and it was successful while his teammates prone were able to take some people out. And here's that final engagement. We've got the 2v2. Knocking ISOM there, and at this point, Illuminate said, let's push. Looks like Senior gets the knock. He follows up with the 1v2, gets the winner, and RRQ Athena. Look at them react there. That's absolutely beautiful as they come out with an unexpected victory.
That's right, big points being racked up for them, and overall, a final circle like that, in that field northwest of Gadka, is very, very scary. That's why we saw such a tense situation. People had to bring cars for artificial cover 7, and so many smokes going down while that was happening.
Yeah, we saw a lot of cars pretty much being crashed into handbells, and they're using that tire advantage to a little bit of cover. But overall, there was just so many people still alive there, ladies and gentlemen, that you pretty much just have to lay down. What RRQ Hayne, I believe he was doing, or somebody with just one player, they decided to go ahead and do that. Just lay down and wait patiently, at least try to go for placing at that point.
Indeed, take a look at our team kills ranking. GTW, oh my goodness, they have distanced themselves from the pack, have they not? 54 kills for them. Bigatron silently has gotten second place in that category, but we've also got the individual players, and look at LHW with 3 players in the top 5. Very impressive stuff, and all 4 players in the top 10. That is bringing up that 9th spot.
That is just unheard of. First and second place there, 39 kills between them. You don't have to see that just from 2 players, but it is pretty much a team effort overall. But they see that they're pretty much coming out on top. They're blood hungry, and they're just killing anybody that they see.
That's right. Senor was able to round things out for them at the very end there, getting RRQ the victory. But you can see LH, Doyu overall still racking up big numbers of kills overall here. As you can see, here are our round 4 standings with GT Doyu getting themselves the first place spot here in round number 4, apparently.
They did.
Yeah, it's
Just
a little interesting. I think we might. Whatever.
Kills. All right, I think pretty sure it might be the other way around, but we'll go ahead and see.
We got some interesting results here on the scoreboard with Arab Madness somehow up there as well. I'm not sure exactly what that's all about, but you know we'll get back to that here shortly when we see the total standings and see how
I
things
think
shake
our
out.
API has gotten tired over the day.
Yes, indeed. It has been a long day.
And here are the overall standings with RRQ Athena at the very top. And look at that. Between them and 8th place, there is 1,000-point difference. Huge numbers been racked up by those top teams.
Indeed. This sounds a lot more accurate here with the LH Doyu with the 54 kills. That sounds way better. They've been dropping kill after kill after kill, sitting in 2nd place overall at 1,800 points. But again, we've got some teams that are in it now. We've got RRQ Athena on there. They're in it twice, as a matter of fact. And we've got Evo's Burnout in 6th place, racking up quite a few kills as well.
We'll definitely go ahead and get you the right information there, ladies and gentlemen, as RRQ Athena is currently twice there on the leaderboard. So don't you worry about that. We will definitely get you the right info after this.
For all intents and purposes, though, we saw really cool glimpses into the previous game when it came to even just the mechanics of some of our Chinese teams. If you think back to a moment where Six God was actually switching between guns with the track, me and you looked at each other and were like, wait a minute.
Like, wow.
That was crazy tracking. Switching between guns and then going straight into the shots.
It really was. He was full auto spraying, and then as he was getting out of the frame, it was like, oh, let's just M16 tap it with it 6 times.
Yeah, even though it's a completely different scope, that man's accuracy, it is just insane.
So overwhelmed.
Yeah, exactly. I just had to, let it out. I was so impressed.
There you go. And with that, of course, RRQ getting a back-to-back chicken dinners in this caliber of play, 7, is extremely impressive in itself.
It is, and just that play there towards the end, that 2v1, maybe my best play of the day. I honestly thought they lost. I saw them, the enemy team just pushing as soon as they knocked one down, but that man just laying down, taking one down, and then as somebody else jumped up, it was insane.
Well,
great plays overall.
We can head over to the stage once again as we have our interview ready with Mr. Valdez.
Thank you, Claris. Once again, we are here with RRQ Athena. This time with iSong is going to be joining me for the interview today. So I've got a couple of questions for them. First one is going to be, in the end of that match, the 2-on-2 battle that you guys did have there, and eventually the 1-on-2. It was so close, very close even down to the last circle. So how did you guys handle all of that pressure, and what was your strategy going into that last battle?
刚刚的2对2比赛特别的激烈，请问你的战略是什么？
เขาถามว่าเวลาในสุดท้ายเราแข่งกับ Illuminate แล้วก็การแข่งขันมันแรงมากเขาถามว่าเราในสุดท้ายใช้กลยุทธ์อะไรจึงจะได้ชนะในที่สุด
เรามีความใจเย็นกันมากขึ้นครับแล้วก็มีทีมก็คืออีก2 คนที่เขาพลาดไปแล้วก็คือเขาจะคอยแนะนำวางแผนให้อะไรให้ครับก็คือรูปเกมอะครับมันมีแบบแผนมากขึ้นครับผม
他是说，因为在最后的时候，虽然说最后只有剩2名队友，但是2名队友一直在帮助和关心比赛的动态，然后一直在提醒他们注意很多东西，所以在最后他们是在队友的帮助下获得了胜利。
In the end, they won through the help of teammates. They looked at the competition situation and everything, and just teammate and teamwork.
Always got to count on your teammates to help you out in the end. So another question I've got for you, you're now should be in first place after getting 2 wins in a row, and you're representing Thailand so well so far. So I was just wondering if you had any words for all the Thai fans that are out there watching you doing so well in this tournament so far.
你已经连续赢了2次，吃到了2套鸡。请问你 你有什么对你的泰国粉丝说的？
我ถามว่าวันนี้เราได้ชนะ2 ครั้งแล้วมีอะไรที่อยากจะพูดตอบกับแฟนคนไทยไหมคะ
ก็อยากให้คนไทยทั้งประเทศนะครับผมก็คือช่วยกันส่งแรงใจครับให้ทีมไทยทั้ง3ทีมเลยฮะก็คือช่วยกันส่งกำลังใจให้ทีมไทยทั้ง3ทีมครับผมก็คือพวกเราจะทั้ง3ทีมแหละครับก็คือพวกเราทำเต็มที่ทุกๆแมตช์ฮะก็มีความกดดันสูงอะไรสูงก็อยากให้คนไทยช่วยกันส่งแรงใจแรงเชียร์แรงใจมาให้ทีมไทยทั้ง3ทีมครับ
他说希望泰国的粉丝们可以同时为3位泰国的战队加油，然后希望他们3队都能代表泰国，然后展现给世界更好的样子。
He hopes that the rest of the teams can keep working hard and represent Thailand and just work hard and do well.
Okay, that's great to hear. All the best of luck to you and the rest of the Thai teams in the tournament. Give a warm round of applause for RRQ Athena and their second win that they were able to pick up today. So congratulations to them.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, there are RRQ. Always good to hear from them, especially after a double chicken dinner. Very, very impressive stuff here, considering the level of caliber of teams that we actually have here at the tournament as a whole. Very team play orientated, and obviously that final moments are stressful, especially when you're pinned up against the blue zone and a car. To be able to win off the back of that is extremely impressive.
He had about 1 meter to lay down in between a flaming vehicle and a zone that's going to kill him quickly. But honestly, today, the story of Thailand, the story of China, both of these countries bringing teams that absolutely dominated the competition today. Really, no contest, honestly, all day long. So many kills, so many chicken dinners consumed. And we'll have to wait and see if more of that happens as we progress in the tournament.
We'll definitely have to wait and see if that happens, because keep in mind, tomorrow it is going to go ahead and actually be first person. Today it was third person, so it's going to go ahead and be different. I want to go ahead and see a huge push there by the NA teams. More than likely, they are more comfortable, that I know of. They're more comfortable with playing first person, so I want to go ahead and see how they come out, just even from the game 1.
I think that it's fair to say, though, from today, China as well as RRQ are overall in a position where they've stolen the show, completely stolen the show.
Indeed. So we also have some more scores to take a look at, I believe, the overall standings today, which we're probably going to take a look at here in just a moment. So again, we have the Chinese teams dominating the top of the board.
Absolutely.
We've got the Thailand teams right behind, and again, our RRQ Athena, I believe, has snuck into that top spot.
Yeah, maybe so. Let's check in with it as we are going to take a look once again here to round things out for day number 1, of course, with our 4 games down and done. So let's take a look at that very top spot, and it will be RRQ Athena finding themselves in the driver's seat so far, with LH2U second, CPT third. Those are the 3 big names there at the very top. GT2U had an amazing start to the day, however, didn't quite keep up that momentum in terms of the kills.
That's right. They lacked a little bit of aggression and kills a little bit in these final couple of games. But again, amazing start. They're well within range to strike here, as are a couple of the other Thai teams here in 5th and 6th.
Yeah, and I'm definitely looking forward to big Russian Butt, as they do have 20 kills there, even though they're in 7th place. As I've been saying, they are sneaky, but they're slowly but surely starting to curl their way up.
Almost every game they've been consistently finishing 5th, 6th, 7th place. Somewhere in there, they've just got to start stringing together some kills.
We see that our top 5, 6 teams or whatever have got to grips where they're very comfortable now when it comes to the plays that we're going to be seeing here today. What are you saying to those teams that are in the bottom half of the table? Because they're not down and out by any means just yet. They're just lacking behind a little bit.
They just got to go for it.
They're lagging behind, and I agree 100%. They've got to just go for it. Go make plays at this point. Do it together, though, as a team. Don't individually try to take it on, but as a team, you got to decide, let's go get this, because you can tell the style of tournament this is going to be. The top 3 teams are going to be taking home those brick prize pools, so you've got to go get it done.
Aggressiveness pays off. We have seen the terror squad pretty much, the terror team from India just playing super passive is not working out for them. So I want to go ahead and see if maybe they can actually go ahead and improve that. And just other teams as well. We saw actually Cloud9 starting to come back a little bit more. We saw teams like GameStars starting to come back a little more, getting some live into them, letting them know, hey, you know what, we're starting to warm up. So I'm definitely looking forward to see how day number 2 is going to go ahead and be, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. 33% of the tournament complete now, and that does it for day number 1. Tomorrow we come back, same time, same place, where you can check in with matches, of course, going on as we have 8 rounds left for our next 2 days to come. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me at the desk for the entire day. Thank you very much to everybody tuning in around the world as well. Join us tomorrow, where we continue the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge Global Finals 2018.
Sudah selesai guys, besok lagi kita live jam 4.
The new Galaxy Note 9 has more power than you need. Like a remote control for a phone. Why would you... Oh, that's why. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need until you need it.
Dadah. Saatnya saya tidur. Ini sudah malam. Besok lagi kita live jam sekitar jam 4 sore kita live. Sampai jam 5 kan kita live. Bye bye. Selamat tidur saudara-saudaraku di sana. Kita mimpi indah. Bye bye.